Hi, I'm Al Scott with Injustice Investigations. I want to briefly give you an update on the case of Officer Chateri Payne, who was gunned down last Wednesday in front of her home in Shreveport, Louisiana. She's 22 years old, graduated with the class of 2014 from Captain Shreve High School. She was a rookie on the force. Basically, everybody had the same things to say about her. She was very intelligent, very pretty, likable. I even heard the chief of police said that she was built to be a police officer. Well, unbeknownst to her, her life would come to an end on January the night, shortly after 8 p.m. And it will also be a night that the Shreveport Police Department will never ever forget. After answering the call of shots fired or someone has been shot, once they arrived on the scene, they realized the lady that was suffering from multiple gunshot wounds was one of their very own. Chateri Payne, Officer Chateri Payne, later died from those wounds. Now, here's what we do know, and it's kind of like a Lifetime movie, so bear with me here. She was engaged to is it Trevon Anderson? Hope I pronounced his name correctly. He's 26 years old, Shreveport, Louisiana. They shared the house together on Midway, where she was gunned down. Incidentally, she was in full uniform. She was getting ready to go to the police station to start her shift for that evening. Well, Anderson says that he was at home and he heard shots. And when he went out, he saw someone running in a black hoodie, a black outfit. Supposedly, he fired a shot, but he missed the guy. He didn't call police and told them what had happened. They questioned him, took him down to the station, and eventually they let him go. Well, just about everything that he told the police turned out to be a lie. Not only was Mr. Anderson at home when Officer Chateri Payne was executed, according to the Shreveport police, he pulled the trigger. Anderson was there with a 2-year-old daughter. Yes, they have a 2-year-old daughter together. Now, if it can't get any more disturbing, something I read earlier, and it really bothers me, I had to stop reading because I couldn't believe what I had read, and I had to read it again. It says that shortly before Officer Payne left for her shift, she left the house and went and got Anderson and their daughter some fast food. And even if I said that's diabolical, after what happened, I think that would really be an understatement. The woman went and got him and their daughter something to eat while he's sitting around doing something close to nothing. He was unemployed. And the police said, from early on, he was always the number one suspect. Well, he wasn't the only one. There were 2 other guys arrested the other day. One was Lawrence Pierre, and the other one was Glenn Firesen. So many have been asking, well, if it's a domestic violence situation, well, how did they get in it? Simple. Not only was Mr. Anderson home when Chateri Payne, when he killed Chateri Payne, the other 2 individuals were there as well. Lawrence Pierre, I'm looking at my notes here, admitted that he was present when Anderson was killed. Not only was he present when she was killed, he also admitted to police officers that he was the one that took the murder weapon and he hid it. And he later took the police to where the murder weapon was at. He told them where they could find it. So he admitted his role in it, and he also implicated Glenn Ferguson. That's also being there at the time of the shooting. Lawrence Pierre is 21 years old. He was a deputy clerk at the Caddo Juvenile Detention Center. Our condolences to the family of Officer Chateri Payne. When we heard the news that an officer had been shot, well, that's always disturbing. But when we heard that it was a female officer, it really bothered us. And then when we found out that she was executed, if you wasn't disturbed by this case, then you would have to be a body without a soul. This is one crime that I think all the citizens of Shreveport, Louisiana, wanted Shreveport police to solve and solve it fast, and they did. They did. They did. We thought they were moving slow, but after I learned some things, I realized they wasn't necessarily moving slow. They was proceeding with caution. You know, so again, there's some things that they know and they cannot discuss with us because it's an ongoing investigation and stuff. But wanted to tell you that they have appeared in court today. Each has a bond set at $500,000. I think a couple of them was appointed public defenders to represent them. In this case, they each have been charged with second-degree murder, and if convicted, they could face life in prison. One lady was on Facebook and said it didn't make any sense if one person pulled the trigger. How can you charge 3 men with that crime? Well, in the state of Louisiana, you can be charged. If you didn't pull it, you may as well have pulled it because you was there. And that's another story we're going to do, I think one day next week, Tuesday, on different laws in the state of Louisiana. So you won't be confused about what's going on, because we want you to know why everybody received the same charge. Now, keep in mind, many are saying that, well, that charge doesn't fit the crime. And I'm in agreement with that. Now, the DA, Cato's DA, also has the ability, if he see fit, to upgrade that charge to first degree murder. And I think everybody in Shreveport would be okay with that being upgraded to first degree murder. Again, Anderson is the one that pulled the trigger and killed his fiance. Now, I'm not going to go into why supposedly he did it, because it's an ongoing investigation. Once the police release more, then I'll come back and I'll give you more, but I don't want to do anything to jeopardize the ongoing investigation. But Lawrence Pierre II is the one who implicated the other 2 men that Anderson did it, and Glenn was also present at that time. And Glenn role in it was that he lied, concocted a story that was not true as well. So right now, all men are currently being held at the Cattle Correctional Center in Shreveport, Louisiana, and when we receive more news, we will come back and let you know. Again, Anderson was the trigger man that executed Officer Chateri Payne on January night, shortly after 8 p.m. Officer Payne will be buried this Saturday in Shreveport with full police burial. As always, we thank you for tuning in to Injustice Investigations. I'm Al Scott. Y'all have a good day.